is Ephesians chapter 4, verse 1 to 3. And this is the main scripture. And singahlala phezu kwaso namhlanje, even as we are going to be dealing with the other scriptures. But this is the main scripture that I want us to be talking around today. Ephesians chapter 4, verse 1 to 3. I therefore, the prisoner of the Lord, beseech you to walk worthy of the calling with which you are called, with all lowliness and gentleness, with long suffering, bearing with one another in love, endeavoring to keep the unity of the Spirit in the bond of peace, bearing with one another in love, endeavoring to keep the unity of the Spirit in the bond of peace. There are these two words out of the other words that are used here that I just want to emphasize before I get to the rest of the talk this morning. The word bearing with one another. The thing is closer. Ninyamezelane. Bearing with one another. The word itself suggests that you have a choice to opt out of this relationship that you have with this other person. But you take a decision to bear with your brother, to bear with your sister. And you take that decision to bear with them in love. In other words, as you bear with them, there will be times when you have to forgive. There will be times when you have to understand in the process, because you have a godly duty, a godly ministry to bear with one another. So this morning, I am invoking the grace of bearing with one another in love, not out of our ability, but in love. The second word that is used here is endeavoring to keep unity of spirit in the bond of peace. Endeavoring. Now, when you look for this word in the dictionary, endeavoring means to try hard. To try hard to keep the unity of the Spirit. Trying hard. Firstly, yanyamezela, omnye nomnye. And secondly, you are trying hard to keep the unity in the bond of peace. Sometimes you feel that you are exhausted, but you still try hard. You pray about unity, but you also work towards unity. You pray that God unite us, but you also do things that work towards unity. And some of them include bearing with one another. So these two words in this verse today, I pray that the Lord may just grant us that grace yokunyamezelana, that grace of trying hard towards the unity of